what we'll start off with is the Pacos de Ferreira preview for tonight in the Europa Conference League, Simeon's favourite competition.
Oh, I love it.
All of our favourite competitions.
What a competition.
Yeah, it's interesting from the Nuno press conference last night that he said all 11 players are going to be left at home that started against Man City. Were you surprised by that?
I was surprised. I was happy about it, to be honest, because I think that's what we should be doing. We should be using this tournament for breeding the youngsters through and that kind of stuff, bringing the youngsters through. And I think that's a good thing. And that's what I think the main use of this competition should be. So I was surprised because I thought he would want to definitely make sure Spurs are making it through to the group stages. But the fact that he's kind of resting all 11 players was definitely a surprise.
I agree. And, you know, when it's a big opportunity for kind of Dane Scarlett, Niall John in the middle. We gave you a predicted lineup yesterday before the press conference, but now the press conference has been made. We've kind of revised that lineup for you. Let's flash it up on screen now, the lineup. Sessegnon on left wing back, Doherty right wing back with John and Winks in the middle, Gil on the left, Lo Celso on the right, and Scarlett up top. So, I mean, it's a good opportunity to try out new systems as well tonight, isn't it?
I hope so, yeah, because I think it's important to be versatile, and I think that's the system that suits those players on the pitch. So that's what I see us going for. I'm very, very excited that he confirmed Dane Scarlett is playing. So I'm very excited to see him start. Obviously, he scored in pre-season against Leyton Orient, a nice goal. And it's going to be really good to see him in the flesh, kind of starting for the first time in a competitive game and see how he does. Nuno's talking him up in his pre-match press conference, saying how much we believe in him and how much quality and we want to nurture him and we want to give him game time. And that's really positive.
And without a striker on the bench, you would say he probably played 90 minutes tonight.
Yeah, I mean, is Son not on the bench?
I don't think they're travelled. I think all 11 players have stayed at home.
That's not what he said.
I thought that's what he said.
No, he said some of them are on the bench.
Oh, some of them are on the bench.
Yeah, he said a few of them haven't travelled, but a few of them are on the bench, yeah. So, I know Bergwijn and Dele haven't travelled.
Yeah, and
I know
Kane.
Kane and Domblé Aurier haven't travelled. I don't know who else hasn't travelled.
Okay, well, let's...
But a few of them are on the bench, he said.
I thought he said that they're staying at home, but obviously I got the wrong end of the stick there.
No, he didn't say that. He said all 11 aren't going to be involved, and then he was pushed on that answer. So he said, so Kilpatrick asked him, so they're not in the squad. He said, no, some of them will be on the bench. He meant not in the 11 when he's not involved.
Okay, because I haven't seen Son in any of the pictures or anything like that.
Maybe Son is one of the ones, I don't know.
Yeah.
Something he might be.
There was a list somewhere of who has actually been taken, but I'll try and find it. But if this was Jose Mourinho going into this game, do you think he plays such a weak team?
Yeah, I don't think he'd be playing Scarlett up front in this game. I think he would have taken it a bit more seriously, probably, and he would have played the bigger. Maybe he would have started with the bigger guns and taken them off like he did a few times in Europa League. That's what I expected Nuno to do. Maybe the instruction from the club is in this game they're not bothered about the Conference League. Maybe that's the instruction. Like, yes, we want you to do well and try and win it, but like we're not going to judge you on the Conference League.
So should be able to win this game with that kind of squad anyway.
Of course. I mean, look,
I've got the squad here now. It looks like the majority of... Actually, is there anyone in this squad that was... No, there's no one in this squad that was starting on the weekend. The squad is Golini, Austin, Doherty, Sesse, Pasozzi, Davis, Sessegnon, Carter Vickers, Romero, Lyons, Foster, Winks, John White, Lo Celso, Bennett, Clark, Bryan, Gil and Scarlett. That's the squad for tonight.
Yeah, none of the 11 are there. But he said he was pushed on it, and he said no, some of them will be on the bench. So that was very strange. That's very odd.
Sorry, I don't think that's the whole squad, because I think we've taken 21 players, but that's the kind of ones that have been notified so far. That's what it says here.
He said Lily White Rose says this is 19 of the 21 that he's seen in training photos.
Okay, is that the same players as I just mentioned?
Yeah. So I don't know. So why would I don't know, Nuno? I read yesterday Nuno said something different, which is strange. I don't know. It's weird.
Either way, doesn't look like there's another striker, is what I'm saying. It doesn't look like there's another striker there. So you would expect Dane to play 90 minutes, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely. And to be honest, Paco de Ferreira, you can say we should be winning. We should be winning with this kind of team, but they're in the Portuguese league. This isn't the Bulgarian league. This isn't the early rounds of the conference where we're playing Skendia. This is a level above them. You have to give them a bit more respect than that, I think.
More respect than what? Sorry.
Then comparing them to maybe the playoffs in the Europa League last year, I think this is they're a better, higher class team.
They're in a better league, but they are finishing they're not exactly fifth. Of course they're bigger, better level than Skendia. Yeah, you're right. Of course they are, but still, I still think that we should be beating them with our third string side. That's the honest truth.
I don't know. Portuguese league is nothing to be sniffed at. I really believe that. I wonder if we're underestimating them. I do wonder that.
I think the Portuguese league isn't as good as it was, first of all, and I think that. Look, I keep mentioning when we're talking about Pacos, like that Benfica side that came to play Arsenal, they were awful. Yes, they're fine. They got to the quarterfinals of the Europa League. Fair enough. Or was it the quarterfinals or the last 16? One of the two. Fair enough. Yeah, good on them. But I still think the quality of football on show that day was shocking, to be honest, from Benfica.
Yeah, but they drew the first game and they
against a very poor Arsenal side.
They lost 3-2 in the second.
Yeah.
So it wasn't exactly a washout, blowout.
Yeah, but I was just expecting a lot more from them.
They were terrible at the back. Going forward, they weren't terrible. They weren't. They had the likes of Severovic and that Rafa Silva, who had a very good Euros as well. He's a good player. Anyway,
what I'm saying, that Benfica side are a lot better than this Pacos de Ferreira side.
Right, but I'm saying if Pacos de Ferreira finishing fifth in the Portuguese league, that doesn't tell me that there's some team who you can put out a youth team out and win. I think that's reserved for teams that we played like we played last year in the early round of the Europa League. That's what I think. That kind of team. I think Pacos de Ferreira. Look, we'll see tonight, but I don't know. If you finish fifth in the Portuguese league, I think that somewhat shows you're somewhat a competent team, in my opinion. When you're facing the likes of Porto, Benfica, Sporting Lisbon, Braga, there's some decent teams in there. No, they're not. Look, obviously not the best in Europe or anything like that. And obviously, if we ever played them, we should obviously be beating them. But just playing a youth side against them, I would urge caution against that. I would say.
When you say youth side, do you mean complete youth side, or you mean like the side that we've mentioned today?
Look, the side we mentioned today should be okay because I think there's enough experience in there and there's enough quality. But I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. I think it's a bit of risk, in my opinion, from Nuno.
I've done a bit of reading on Pacos, and they're a team that like to play expansive football. They like to play a high line, and then they don't really kind of change their system for anyone. So that should really play into our hands, shouldn't it?
You say that, but if they got a well system, which is, I'd rather play a team who try their best to keep us out and try and are a defensive team and allow us possession than a team who play a high line and play expansive football and play attacking football, because we're going to be playing a team who are not settled together right now. And if they're going to click going forward, then we could be in trouble. We could be in trouble. It's going to give us more opportunity going forward the other way. But if we're not able to, beat their press and break the lines and find space in behind with a team which is very inexperienced, then I don't know. I honestly think it's a risk from Nuno tonight. I do, playing none of the 11 that played on Sunday. I understand why he's doing it. I don't disagree with it necessarily. I just think it's a risk. I think it's a risk.
Look, it is a risk, but if it does pull off, then
it's a risk. I don't know if he had to do it.
If it does pull off, and we win this game convincingly and effectively qualify tonight, with you would say probably 3-0 qualifies us tonight.
Probably, yeah.
2-0 qualifies us
probably
tonight.
Does, yeah.
If we can get a 2 or 3 goal lead tonight, it will give these players so much confidence, won't it?
Of course it would. But then it goes to what I'm saying about the Conference League. Does he really care about it? Do we really care about it? Because if he's playing that kind of team in a playoff, it kind of implies that he's basically putting it on the line tonight with this team, with this selection.
But we all said it coming into the Conference League that we want to see these kind of teams play in the Conference League.
Yeah, I do, because I don't care about it.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying that I wanted to see a mix and match team and then play more of a serious team in the later rounds. That's what I was saying. So I think that it's exactly what we want to start. Well, we haven't even seen the lineup yet, and we're talking like this is gospel, but this is the lineup. What we
it's
think
not the lineup, but we've seen the squad pretty much, and
it's the only. It's the only lineup it can be, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, playing the likes of. Carter Vickers, if we do play him, playing the likes of Niall John, if we're saying Niall John's going to play, Dane Scarlett, giving Brian Hill his debut. In this kind of game, I think it's a risk. Is it a risk worth taking for someone like Nuno if he really wants to qualify? I don't know if he had to take this kind of risk.
Yeah, but also the way you look at it is like, if you don't do well tonight, if you get a draw, if you lose by the odd goal, lose by 2 goals, take it back to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, play a better side without travelling, we should be able to go through either way. I know, obviously it's a risk to go into the second leg losing, but you would still think we can overturn it with a proper team out there. Yeah,
but you have to see how bad the result is tonight, I guess. You don't want to leave yourself too much to do.
Of course.
And I'm not saying that the team we've got is going to do that. I'm just saying it is a bit of, if you're playing against a very attacking team in a cup tie, if they got in the Conference League by finishing 5th in the Portuguese league, so I don't know how many goals they got last season, but if they're very good, if they're a decent attacking team, then there's a chance that we could kind of get undone tonight badly. I think there is.
I'm not sure about that. I'm still confident with this side. If we do play this side or a similar side to this, I'm confident that we should go out there and win the game. I am.
I'm not confident we're going to batter them tonight.
Maybe not batter them, but win the game.
Well, they only scored 40 goals last season, so it didn't exactly set the world alight. But maybe they... so they're not...
They're not the greatest team, and you know what I mean? They finished 5th in the Portuguese league. Who finished above them? Braga, Lisbon.
Benfica, Porto and Lisbon, yeah.
And how far away were they from them?
They were 12 points away.
12 points.
Away. No, sorry. 11 points away from Braga.
And how many points were Braga away from Benfica?
12.
So a lot away. Far.
Benfica, Porto
over 20
and
points away from the top 2.
Yeah, Benfica, Porto and Sporting had a little thing going on at the top.
Yeah. So look, I mean, they're not very close to them top 3, are they?
No, they're not.
We got a super chat here from Brandon Troller saying, knowing what Nuno said, do you think Nuno will throw out a front 3 of Clark, Scarlett and Gill, or would you rather him throw Sessegnon into the attack? We brought you our lineup. Well, let's just bring up that lineup again. We'll leave it on screen for a bit longer for you to have a look at. But this is the lineup, what we think it's going to be tonight, contrary to what our predicted lineup video says, because that was before the press conference. So we think this will be the lineup. Obviously, Galini in goal, back 3 of Romero, Vickers and Davis. Sessegnon, Doherty on the flanks with Winks and John in the middle. Gil, Lo Celso and Scarlett up top. It's also worth noting we left Joe Rodon out because he got an injury in the training session out in Portugal. So that's obviously not good news. We were all looking forward to seeing Joe Rodon tonight. But, you know, you got to put trust. I think in that back 3, you got to put trust in Davis and Romero. It's just Carter Vickers is the question mark there, really, isn't he?
Yeah, of course, because we know we want him out the door. He's linked to a lot of clubs. So... he's obviously going to be the big question mark. I'm confident we'll get a result. I'm just saying...
you're just airing this caution.
Yeah, I just thought, in this kind of fixture, unless he's really confident, like in these players, right, like in going into this game, it's kind of... I just think leaving all 11 players out of the lineup, that players that you trust, leaving all... even if it's just 1 or 2, but leaving all of them is a bit of a risk. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. It is a bit of a risk, but I still think we should have enough We should have enough. If all of these players are on side, if we show the same passion and desire as we did on Sunday, we
That's
win this
what I
game.
hope, yeah.
We win this game.
Yeah, that's what I hope. But the thing is, this team hasn't played together as much as the team on Sunday had, because
Correct.
they've been playing all the pre-season
Yeah.
together. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But
What's your prediction with the revised all team news and lineups and all that?
I reckon like maybe 2-1 to Spurs.
2-1. I said 4-1 originally. I think I'm going to go 2-0. I'm going to go 2-0 Spurs, and I think that should be enough to see us qualified, to be honest.